This is the euro dollar on the daily, and I'm involved in a couple of things, in a cipher pattern, in a Gartly pattern. We've completed an AB equals CD pattern. We have a rising channel and a psychological number, and it has come into structure as well. So let's just draw this out. X to A to B, B to C. CD completion was around here, but then we have X to A to B. I'm just going to make this a different colour. Actually, no, I won't. B to C and a CD completion up here. And then what we have is an AB equals CD pattern looking like this. And we've just come up now to complete that pattern. And we have come into this internal level of structure right here, which just so happens to be the 1400 psychological number. If I drop down to the 240, we have the RSI oversold at 92. And if we can't quite see the rising channel here, let's drop down to the 60. And we can see it here. So this is what we have. We have this. And if we duplicate that and move it down, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. This was the 5th up here, and you can see right now we've put in a lower low, lower close candle, so we can then play for fib targets. So from our swing low to swing high, I can't quite see everything now, let's do that again. So from our swing low to swing high, and get that right, looking for that 382. I have ensured though that my stop is at the 113 extension. As you can see, it's actually just beyond the 113. Even though we have this rising channel, this may only give us a small amount of relief, and we may again see a pop to the upside. But right now then, if I just draw out one of the patterns, I'll make it the Gartly because that's the one that we've entered in on. It's looking like this at the completion of the AB equals CD pattern. We're looking at in terms of risk, and this is a big pattern, guys. It's 100 pips of risk for 100 pips of reward, but we've got multiple levels of confluence there. And let's just see if we can get this, if this can be the turning point. It would be nice if we can see a drop from this level. And we're back for the update on this trade. I have just now rolled my stop a few pips past break even. Currently 95 pips up, so we've got 5 pips to go until those targets are hit. So risk management implemented here. And guys, we've held this trade for quite a number of days, including the weekend. And what's very important to understand is that being in a higher time frame trade, like this is a 4-hour trade, takes a long time for those 4-hour candles to form, particularly if we hit consolidation. Now it's not too bad if we just see a rally straight down. Let me just move these out of the way. But look at what we did here. We pulled down and we consolidated for 2 or 3 days just here, and then we had the weekend. But understand that if you're going to enter in a higher time frame trade, be prepared to hold it for days, the weekend, a week. Again, it's beautiful when we have these directional moves like we're getting now. You know, we can see the market moving. It stops our mentality and our emotions taking control, and it's the same with lower time frame trades as well. If we're in a lower time frame trade and it hits within an hour or two, well, that's significantly easier than holding these bigger trades. Let's give this a few minutes and see if we can come back when we're a little bit closer to targets. And we're back for the update, and as you can see, we are now just a few pips away from those targets. 2 pips away. Would be nice just to capture this thing hitting, see if we can get it to push down those few extra pips. It's not important that we capture these things hitting, but when it's significant, when it's 100 pips or over, it's always nice just to capture it. It's good for educational purposes. It's good to go over. It's good to show the mentality and the attitude that you need to have towards trading, and that is that we simply just need to hold this trade for it to hit. And we're back for the update, and as you can see, we pushed through the order, which just seems to have caused an error, which should not happen. Just bear with me a moment while I log in. And okay, it looks as though the screen's not refreshed. One moment. And there we go, guys. Targets hit on that trade for 100. My system had come up with an error, but nevertheless, what a beautiful trade. And look at that, we picked the exact turning point. Lovely. 100 pips banked.